Welcome back to the Best Ball Boardroom. We are finally 1 week away from having real, actual football that matters, that counts, biting kneecaps in Arrowhead. Oof, I'm pumped. But today, 1 week until the season, what better time to bring on the actual godfather of fantasy football analysis, the true OG. He's going to be dropping bombs, wisdom bombs. He's already dropped Cooper Kupp out of the first round. This is the man and man versus machine. You can find him anywhere other than actually mowing his own lawn. Mr. Evan Silva, how are we doing?
We've been doing better. It's been a little bit of a rough day. I found out that my car needs new brakes, and it's going to cost me like $4,000. And I also had a freaking a half flat tire. So, we're gonna take it out on our opponents, though. Let's do that.
I like that. You don't do your own mechanical car work? I mean, or you got a mechanical car work boy too that does the lawn and the car and all that?
No, I rely on the dealership for the car stuff. So.
Right. Well, we got a lot to chat through. We're going to hop in a draft. Let's get that going. People in chat, if you'd like to join us, come hop in. We are going to be doing a $10 DK Millie. So hop on in. And as I'm getting this going, I mean, let's not bury the lead. Cooper Kupp re-injures the hammy. We get a setback day to day. What are you doing?
The opportunity cost is just too much to take him in the first round at this point. So I dropped him all the way down to number 18 overall player. I had him number 4 previously. He went from wide receiver 4 overall to wide receiver 11 overall. Oh my God. I got to step away.
Go.
I'll be back in like 1 minute. Okay.
You got to walk it. I hear you. The mechanical, the car boy, he came again. All right, how are we all doing, chat? Give me a GN. GN, it is nighttime. This is a little evening best ball boardroom. We want to make sure that we are, this is an international company. We got to be time zone friendly. This is our brethren from Australia who are only 6 days away from the fantasy season. So we're making sure that we are, I'm just kidding. We are just working towards schedules. We're trying to do as much as we can when you got car trouble, but I'm popping open one. I think Evan's going to be joining me as well. I'm drinking got a nice sour beer here from a local brewery near me, Arcane. Good to see some familiar names out there. Let's see. Did anybody jump in the draft with us? Let me know what number you are. We keep an eye on your draft as well. We have the 10 spot, one of my least favorite spots right now. Really, I don't like anything kind of 9 to 12. I think it's just, it's rough from the 9 to 12 right now unless you get really lucky. But hey, maybe Cooper Kupp will fall to the 10. We'll see. All right. Evan's coming back. He's going to put those headphones on. We'll pretend that we weren't talking about him the entire time. Evan, how we doing?
We're back. God. All right. So the draft has not started. Thank God. Okay. All right. Where are we at?
We were at the 10 spot.
All right.
I was just referencing that 10 is one of my least favorites just because the guys in that 10 spot and then the second round and the third spot, it's all flat. It's really hard to differentiate. And then usually the guys in the third round, there's that big drop off that I feel like we're just kind of, I don't know, up a creek with no paddle. But yeah. What are your thoughts in this area?
We'll see who's available. Those are my thoughts.
Okay. Cooper Kupp. I mean, if Cooper Kupp's there, it'd be interesting to see.
No, it wouldn't. I would take him at 2.3, maybe.
Okay.
But no, we're not taking him at one time.
There you go. We are challenging.
We're not fucking out here being hardos with take lock. All right. I mean, The dude has a recurring hamstring injury. That the team could be absolute trash. I mean, just the downside is way too low right now to be taking Cooper Kupp in the first round. It's just way too low. Maybe at 2.3.
I feel that. Well, I think we have.
And actually, I think Herzig, we should be rooting for someone else to take Cooper Kupp because that will bump better player, like more stable. We don't want to fuck up in the first round. We don't want to fuck up in the early second round. Okay.
I feel that.
Yeah.
We do have a nice blend of people in chat with us tonight. Some fans of you, Silva the GOAT, absolutely love it. Some trying to get me to take Kupp while you're gone. Apparently, you wouldn't have been happy with that. We can tell. But it's going to be a fun one. Good evening, everyone. Okay. So, Jefferson, Christian McCaffrey, starting off pretty There we go. Let's see. Trying to see if there is anyone in chat recognizing some names. Let us know. I think Murray right here at the 12 spot. So
Kelsey at 3. Wow.
Kelsey at
Wow.
3. 4 is nice. 34-year-old, soon to be 34-year-old Travis Kelsey. I've been actually having Austin Eckler ahead of him this year. What are your thoughts on Kelsey?
He's old. I mean, he's really good. He's going to smash against the Lions in week 1. I mean, he's going to score, 35 fantasy points, but is he going to be able to finish real strong? I think that's a fair question at age 34.
Yeah. There you go. Your wish.
Oh, there goes Cup. Wow. At 5. Wow. Maybe he didn't know about the injury, huh?
There you go. Everyone's got to be paying attention. You got to have those notifications on. But in general, we'll see. Evening
Look at
drafts.
Tyreek at 7. Goodness gracious. All right. What are we looking at here, Herzig?
We're looking at here. Stephon Diggs just went. So we have that just very flat area. I think anywhere from Devontae, Amon-Ra, CD, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson,
I like all of them.
Chubb.
I like all of them. I think I like CD best right here.
Okay. I like it. Yeah. We'll go CD there.
Okay, cool.
So
hey, we could come back with well, you know what? We're not allowed to talk about players who haven't been drafted yet. So let's not do that, please.
This is the NFL version where we are not allowed to. Can't speak about players that are on other teams or until we actually put them draft them on our team. But just a refresher, so this is the $10 milli. The week 17 final tournament has around 1,300 teams. So getting that kind of week 17 correlation is important. Playing for those playoffs are important. One guy that gives us that week 17 correlation is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Shit, there goes Pollard. God damn it.
Pollard there. Going to Dallas stack.
All right, what are we looking at here?
We've got Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra gives us that week 17 correlation. I love CeeDee Lamb.
I like both those guys at the top. I also like the Dolphins receiver.
Okay. Can we get that week 17 correlation with Detroit? Little Dallas Detroit?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it. All right.
Cool.
Jalen Hurts stacked with A.J. Brown pretty early. Where are you on the early QBs and how are you drafted in traditional leagues or best ball?
It just depends on the draft. I mean, I don't really go out of my way to do, but if they fall a little bit past their ADP, then I'm looking at them. It really, I think it's really that simple. All right. Yeah. I've only done one DraftKings best ball, and it was a disaster. But
if you go if we do well here, that'll be 1 for 2. That's batting 500. That's a Hall of Fame career in the MLB. I mean, you're basically going to be a Hall of Famer after this, Evan.
Okay. All right. So, all right. We started off CD and Amon-Ra. I mean, that's just rock solid.
Well,
that's a chance at 300 targets right off the bat.
PPR format. Love that as well. So I'm very happy to kind of go 3-4 wide receivers in the early picks.
What's the starting lineup in this again? I forget.
Yeah, so it's pretty standard. It's going to be 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, no defense, no kickers.
Love it.
And then it's DraftKings scoring, so it's PPR with those bonuses of 300 for passing, 100 for rushing and receiving.
Love it.
Cool.
We're cooking.
We're cooking with gas. This is good.
I'll tell you what everybody always loves. Look at the geriatric team at number 5. Cooper Kupp injured. Derrick Henry 29 with 300,000 carries on his in terms of mileage. Man, that's rough there.
He's got Keenan Allen coming in the 3rd round to him. He's going to only draft if you're 30 or older. Actually, what's Derrick Henry? Is Derrick Henry 29?
Yeah, he's 29.
29, turned 30 January
29 4th. Since his final season at Alabama, 2,175 carries over that 7-year span. I mean, that's frightening.
I mean, last year he was on pace for 460 carries or touches, I think, last year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Insane usage. The other thing to think about, from a playoffs perspective, he gets Houston in weeks 15 and 17. So 2 of the fantasy playoffs.
Ooh.
And I mean, Is there anything better than like what Henry versus Houston, maybe Henry versus
It
Jacksonville?
sounds like we should be drafting a little Ty J later on.
Love me some Ty
Hey,
J.
all right, but we're not saying his name though.
You know what? If we say it early enough and we can get someone else to take Ty J in the 3rd round, then it's a win because we can do that enough. But when we get close, then we start talking about Gus Edwards. So we can,
Burnt Ends has to cuff the big dog here with the player who will not be named.
Let's hear it. What is your handcuffing philosophy?
I generally, especially in best ball, I generally avoid it because I mean we're aiming for ceilings. In certain scenarios, like an FFPC season long managed, I'm not totally against it if I really like the cuff, but generally I avoid it.
Yeah, so Leone did some research a year or so ago after we had some conversations on this, and what we found is that the traditional handcuffs, which I would say is like a Derrick Henry Ty J, or maybe a
no, don't say him.
I'm gonna go with Josh Jacobs, Zamir Jacob, and Zamir White.
We could do that because we're not taking
those are the ones that we
Zamir.
actually want to avoid because those are actually pretty common and they're not helping your advance rate that much. But if we can do it in ambiguous backfields where we don't know who the lead is or people who are both playing, it does make sense. We're coming back on the clock.
Yep.
We've got Debo. We've got Amari Cooper. We've got Ramondre if you want a running back.
Yep. Okay.
Let's see. We are next in the clock. So
I know who I want here.
Okay. I like it. There's a couple guys that I'm okay with. Ramondre just went. So
okay, that's fine. I would not have minded him at all, but I would really like Debo here.
Debo, okay.
Yeah.
Best available running back would have been ETN after it, but I love Debo. I love going 3 straight. Talk to me about Debo.
I just love. Well, I love that he showed up to camp in like super highly well conditioned because last year he didn't do that and he got hurt and he was hurt all year. I don't think he's going to get back to the point where he's like leading the NFL in yards per reception and scoring 8 rushing touchdowns like he did in 2021. But I think that this is a year to buy back on him after last year being like fully on the fade of Deebo Samuel.
That is music to my ears. I think this is the first year I've ever been overweight on him because he was always getting overdrafted because of his efficiency in those touchdowns. But I feel like this is the final time when you actually have Brock Purdy back there that he may surpass his value.
Right. And Brock Purdy is just a distributor, and that's perfect for Deebo Samuel. You just want the ball in his hands, period.
Exactly. Coming back around to us, we so at the turn we lost Cooper, Mike Williams, Justin Fields, and Joe Mixon. ETN is still available. Hopkins is available. If you want to go a little lower, you got Kirk, Breece Hall. I like ETN. Talk me out of it, unless you want to go Hopkins and go strong wide receivers or someone else. 10 seconds.
We need more time. I mean, just take someone.
All right, I'm going to go ETN. We three straight wide receivers. I like investing in the Jacksonville Jaguars offense. Yes, like Tank Bigsby, I think is going to have a role. He might take some of the pass catching, some of the goal line, but ETN in my mind is just more an explosive player. And if we can bet on Jacksonville as an offense I want to bet on, do you have buyer's remorse already?
I think we just kind of arrived at a spot where we probably didn't love what we were going to do there, but that's okay. I think, and I don't love ETN. I don't love him early in the 4th round. I think that Tank Bigsby is going to be like a really big factor this year. However, with, the hand that we were dealt and with, again, I think we're betting on a high floor player. I don't think his ceiling is outrageous because I don't think he's going to score a ton of touchdowns. And I don't think he's going to get to 50 catches, but I think he's going to be solid all year long.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I mean, now that we've got some more time, we can think through, but this is part of the draft that I just don't like the late 3rd, 4th round. I mean, Breece Hall, sure, I love the upside, but not after signing Dalvin. Then you're getting DJ Moore, Christian Watson. Like, gosh, that's tough. All right, we see Joe Burrow stacked with a T. Higgins, burnt, and finally get some youth on his team with T and Joe.
There is a player that I'm hoping makes it back to us. I'm not. His name will be not revealed here, but there's definitely a player that I'm hoping that makes it back to 5'10".
No worries. We can just shit on all the players that are drafted before this and then be happy that they are off the board. So, for example, Najee Harris just went 4.9. I think I have virtually no Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Am I an idiot?
No, I drafted a little bit of him in early August on Underdog, but I'm out on him. I mean, he's like legit, like sharing almost evenly with Jalen Warren in the preseason, and that's frightening.
Yeah. It's interesting because like he catches a lot of passes. He gets the coach speak. He obviously has the draft capital, but like there's
He's
literally
not that good.
right. There's literally another back in the backfield that from a next gen stats is better than him. And now when I'm choosing between the two, I do default to draft capital and kind of coaches are stubborn. But gosh, if you're talking about a player who doesn't have upside, Najee Harris is the name. All right. Look at this right here. Number in the second spot, they went Josh Allen in the second round. Then they went Calvin Ridley. Okay. Christian Kirk. Okay. Trevor Lawrence. Okay. Why'd you go Josh Allen?
Wait, what?
Yep. Went Josh Allen and then decided, nah, I'm going to take a left turn and I'm just going to go hard on the Jacksonville stack. Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Trevor Lawrence. Do not advise.
Well, these quarterbacks are flying off now, huh? Jeez.
So one thing that I've been saying.
Well, I think Taylor at 5.5 is okay.
Ooh.
What do you think?
I wouldn't take him until probably Isaiah Pacheco area, like in the 90s.
Wow. Woo!
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I moved them down only like 65. I mean, I still think there's a chance that he goes to the Dolphins and he just cooks from week 5 on. I mean, that offense is like so explosive.
I mean, the Jeff Wilson injury, it's possible. But for me with the Colts, they're going to get a third-round compensatory pick if he leaves in free agency. So for them to get rid of him, I think they're legitimately going to need that first rounder. Like, I don't think a second is enough for them. And I just think the most likely scenario like this could be a lost season for him. Okay, we are next up on the clock.
No, it could be a totally lost season. I mean, there is a scenario where he doesn't play all year.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, we are next on the clock. If you're looking at running backs, we're talking Alexander Madison, Dameon Pierce, who I love. Then it drops a bit at wide receiver. We got Chris Godwin. We got some Terry, Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
And we are up in 4 seconds.
I know who I want here.
Tell me, Dameon Pierce just went.
I want Madison here.
All right. Why do you want him? Tell me about him.
Because he's going to get 300 touches in a top 10 offense.
Okay. And I'll add a little spice there. After 53-man roster cuts, they had 3 running backs on their team. One of those then went to IR. They were down to literally Alexander Madison and Ty Chandler.
Yep.
And then it's like, okay, let's bring in Myles Gaskin. Yeah. If that doesn't give you
Myles Gaskin stinks. Okay, there is a guy we need here.
Okay, we are back up.
There's a guy that we need here.
Who is it? Tell me.
No.
There's a 20-second delay, so the person before, by the time they hear this, they would have already had to pick.
I don't trust it. I don't trust the delay.
All right. There we go. We are on the clock. What do you got for me?
He just went.
He went Tyler Lockett. Okay. If we want wide receiver, we could go Godwin. I don't love the Terry one. Running back's kind of ugly. I'd lean Godwin, but I'm open to whatever you want.
I think I would go Kittle, actually.
Okay. Wait, Kittle just had this injury, though. Kittle.
I know. No, it's a little bit scary, but you know what? This dude plays through injuries, number 1.
Godwin or Kittle?
2, Kittle.
All right. We're going Kittle.
All
right. Talk me through Kittle and this injury. I guess it doesn't scare you or anything.
It does kind of scare me. But, you know, we're drafting for upside. I mean, we're trying to win. You know, we're not trying to, finish in 4th place.
Agreed.
So,
I like that.
I mean, Kittle gives us, again, the perfect post-catch playmaker with the point guard at quarterback, Brock Purdy.
And we have Debo as well. So this is really setting up that San Francisco stack for us, which I don't hate at all. We still have the Dallas and Detroit as well. So maybe if we could kind of figure out maybe throw on a Brandon Cooks and go Dak and get that full stack there, could always go the Goff route. and a Laporta or something.
PL02PL, whatever that means, wants us to talk about Ty Chandler.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, Ty Chandler had an insane 10-yard split. He's super explosive. He had a great preseason. As Herzig outlined, he is like, well, I mean, Myles Gaskin is one of these guys that like coaches like, and you know, maybe they'll put him on the field, but like in this scenario that Madison doesn't really pop, like I think that Ty Chandler is, you know, I think that Ty Chandler could get to a point where he's getting like 10 touches a game because he has that level of explosiveness. There's no safety in him at all, and that's why he should be going late. But he has a level of explosiveness that Alexander Madison does not bring to the table. Alexander Madison ran 4.67 coming out of Boise State. I mean, he's not. Although, you know what, we brought on Dwayne McFarland, and Dwayne McFarland was talking about how Alexander Madison actually makes more explosive plays than you think, especially for his speed. But at the end of the day, like, he's not a speedy guy. He's going to be a volume guy in a great offense.
Yeah. And I mean, I got to give you your flowers here. You were without a doubt the first person this offseason to be talking about Ty Chandler as a legitimate option. Most of the community was talking Dwayne McBride because Dwayne McBride in college, one of the top rushers, virtually caught 0 passes in college, 7th round draft pick. That type of capital rarely leads to an actual spot on the roster.
Yeah.
And the Ty Chandler was, hey, perfect call. And when you then looked into what the coaches were talking about Ty Chandler last year, they liked him in preseason. He was explosive. He suffered an ankle injury, never really fully recovered. This year, when they let Dalvin go, they said a couple things. They said, 1, Madison needs to be ready to step up for that job. And number 2, Ty Chandler, this is his time to play a role and to be like a core part of this backfield. So I love it. You were 100% ahead of the field on that one, and it has looked like a strong call.
Yeah, we'll see.
And
when they start playing the games.
There you go. So in preseason game, Ty Chandler looked great. He did have pass blocking, looked fantastic. Had a couple
also worth
in the game
noting, they just put Kene Nwangwu, who some people were trying to pretend was a threat to Alexander Madison, on IR. Did you see if it was season ending or short term?
I think it's short term.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And he was suffering through an injury for most of preseason. And then, that's where we saw Ty Chandler get the majority of his time in the preseason games because Kenny wasn't playing. Little surprised that it drew out this long, but hey, the fact that they were willing to kind of still cut Dwayne McBride, maybe that's just a really bad sign for McBride, but I also kind of see it as like this is just more confidence in Madison and a little bit in Chandler. Okay, quick refresher. We've had a bunch of running backs and wide receivers go off the board after us. QB run has mostly stopped, which usually happens because the next QB is Deshaun Watson. So there's a big gap between these. On the board, so quick recap on our team. We have Etienne and we have Madison. And then we have Lamb, Amon-Ra, and Debo. And then at tight end, Kittle. So we are pretty open across the board. Running backs, top guys are Miles Sanders, Dave Montgomery, DeAndre Swift. At wide receiver, we have falling but hurt Jerry Jeudy, JSN, Brandon Cooks, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers. A lot of goodness. We are 1 pick away. Are you leaning towards something? JSN just goes. Zay Flowers and JSN just went back to back. All right, Jeudy just goes as well. I like the Brandon Cooks because we can set up that Dak stack.
Yeah, I do too, but he falls, man.
Well, this is his ADP. This is his ADP. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But we got 15 seconds. Other options would be DeAndre Swift.
No. Keep it on all.
Okay.
What about Sutton?
We
got to take a guy.
I got it in the queue. You're good.
All right. Okay. All right.
Cooks was in the queue. Yeah.
All right. That's fine. Okay. Okay.
So we got that, and now we've got a few more time. I know you like with Sutton, we don't have a stack building, but I do like Sutton. I don't think his ADP has adjusted for this Jerry Jeudy injury, so we can consider that. QBs have been going. It's a little early to reach on Dak. We could play it safe because we have the double stack.
Yeah.
Sutton goes. All right. So we still have 20 seconds before we're back, but running back is David Montgomery is kind of the best available. I do like David Montgomery, and it builds towards this Detroit-Dallas game. Wide receiver, you got Quentin Johnston, Traylon Burks, Elijah Moore, Sky Moore, Michael Thomas.
All right. Keep it on all, please.
Yep, you're on all.
Okay.
We are now on the clock.
Is Sutton still there?
Sutton got drafted.
Okay, I really like Traylon Burks.
Okay.
I wouldn't be.
He's 110 ADP. We can get him around later.
No, people are watching this.
How about David Montgomery, Dak Prescott, or Traylon Burks? 4 seconds.
Traylon.
All right. Did we get him in? Oh, I call baloney, DraftKings. I clicked the button.
Wait, what happened?
We got Dak.
Okay.
I clicked the button, but it said that it wasn't in time. But I'm okay with a backup plan because we have CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks.
Right.
And I think there's a decent chance Traylon Burks falls to us.
No, he's not. People are watching this, Herzig.
Nobody is watching this stream. There's literally like 2 people in chat. This is just me, you, Evan, and I think like my mom and grandmother watching.
No. Oh my God, man.
You didn't retweet this, did you?
Yeah, I did.
No, I thought this was just going to be us.
Wait, I shouldn't have retweeted it?
I only thought this was just going to be us, and then it was just going to be a couple people. Then people weren't going to see who we're drafting, but you're the one who ruined it.
I mean, okay.
We're having fun. Okay. Overall, we were invested heavily in that Dallas game.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And again,
wait. There's a guy in here that is like in the chat talking. I mean, people are watching this, dude.
Murray in the turn right here, number 12 spot. He's the only one that is in the draft that at least announced themselves in chat. So he can't take Traylon Burks.
Well, who would actually announce themselves in chat if they were in the draft? Who would actually do that? I mean, just that guy, right?
Well, these are our friends. So like there's a level of trust.
I mean,
here's
joking, right?
Here's my grandmother. Let's see. I think I saw Murray talking earlier about the Cortland Sutton.
People are saying that there's another person in the draft too. I mean,
don't listen to them. That's probably just my other grandmother.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
good.
okay.
We're good.
Okay. On the other side.
Okay. See, there we go. Murray time. He's in the 12 slot, but like we pretty much have him covered where he can't take the player unless we take him first. So we're good there. All right, let's see what's happening. So I'm going to go a quick refresher of our team also for the listeners. But we started off 3 straight wide receivers: CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Debo. We then grabbed Etienne and Madison, elite guy with Kittle, Brandon Cooks, and Dak. We can still set up for that late Brock Purdy because we've got Debo and Kittle. But we've also we got a lot of time before that's coming around. We've got 5 picks up before us. I'm going to go through who's available. I'll go back to all in a minute when we get closer, but just to real quick, we got Tua, Anthony Richardson, Kirk Cousins at the top of the QBs. Running backs, we got Brian Robinson, A.J. Dillon, Zach Charbonnet. Wide receivers, we've got Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyler Boyd, Jacoby Myers, Rashad Bateman, Kadarius Toney, some other guy from Tennessee. I don't know his name, so I'm not going to mention him. And then Evan Ingram. So we are coming back around. 3 more picks. David Njoku just goes off the board. I liked a couple of those running backs that we referenced as well. You don't need to give anything away, but hopefully there were a couple things there you liked. Actually, we're not going to be taking this player, but I want to get your take.
Dude, oh God, I knew it. I knew it.
Traylon Burks goes to TL. TL Holder is actually
he's in the chat.
No. TL Holder doesn't have a YouTube subscription. He can't be in chat. That must have just been a coincidence.
I mean,
I love the running
you're just
backs here.
making shit up.
All right, we are on the clock now.
Oh God.
What do you think about Brian Robinson? I love me some B-Rob.
Really?
I take that as a no.
I kind of like Freiermuth.
Okay. And to give us a 2 tight end team, I've got him in the queue. A.J. Dillon, Zach Charbonnet.
No.
Okay, the wide receivers. Oh, what about Rashad Bateman?
No.
Okay. We're going Pat Freiermuth.
Okay.
I like Freiermuth too. Kenny Pickett has looked great in this preseason. And
Yep.
I just think in general.
And we need some protection with this injury to our starter. So
that's true. That's true. And it gives us some flexibility if we want to make this a 2 tight end build. Kittle and Freiermuth are solid tight ends to do that. Or we could grab a late guy. We could grab a late tight end at the very end. I want to hear what's the anti-Bateman, because I've gotten a lot of Bateman. He's probably one of my highest owned wide receivers. Why don't we like Bateman?
He hasn't been drafted, so I'm not going to talk about him.
I thought we didn't like him, so it's okay.
No, dude. Everybody in this draft is in the freaking chat, so I don't trust anybody.
I agree. All right, we are up in 15 seconds. The people who went off the board, we are up now. Mostert, Robinson, Jalen Warren, and Kadarius Toney went. Bateman is still available, but I don't know if we like him.
Bateman is fine.
Okay.
I think I like him best.
Okay. Yeah. I have him in the queue. I'm just going to go through other names in case you're curious. A.J. Dillon, Zach Charbonnet, Devin Achane, Samaje Perine, Anthony Richardson.
Wait, did Mostert go?
Mostert already went, yes.
Okay.
Yep. All right. I like Bateman here.
He's okay.
What are your thoughts on this Baltimore? I mean, you love Todd Money Monken. Is this going to be Odell? Is it going to be Zay Flowers? Is it just going to be only Mark Andrews? What's it look like?
I don't know. We're going to find out, aren't we?
If you had to give me a guess, my inkling is that Andrews is going to get less volume but be more efficient.
Yeah,
I think Bateman, if healthy, can actually be the true alpha in this offense. But Zay Flowers is probably the safest bet.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. And Odell, I'm just not touching. Or am I letting my boomerishness or anti-boomer mentality disrupt me?
I think he's gonna contribute big plays. I don't think he's gonna have a monster season or anything like that. But
okay,
yeah.
Yeah, I think the practice reports have been interesting on him where who was it? It was actually Marlon Humphreys was saying when practices started with just disappeared. So what Marlon Humphreys is saying is that when practices were starting, Odell basically the initial reports were that he was just slow. I think Marlon Humphreys was actually talking to coaches I can't believe you actually signed him. He definitely doesn't have it anymore. Took him some time. A week or so later, came up to speed, actually showed that 2017 Odell Beckham that we all know, the one-handed catches, has the pop. So I think it's interesting, but my concern is that he's going to wear down. He's not going to be able to last the entire season. And I just think Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman are better players at this point in their career than Odell. I think Odell kind of, as Silva was saying, can play a role here. And I don't know. We'll see how it plays. Chat, I'm going to need some help here. What should I do with the rest of the draft to not piss off my co-host as much as possible? Let me know in chat. All right. As we were gone, I want to get Evan's thoughts on Anthony Richardson. I'm obviously very high on him.
Oh, God.
Anthony Richardson is gone. I'm curious your take on A-Rich.
I mean, I think he's going to stink, but he could still actually be decent in fantasy. I mean, he's going to be a freaking roller coaster and a half. I mean, you're going to want to play your fantasy defense against him for sure. but then, he's going to have a game where he, runs for 85 yards and a touchdown and he scores, 27 fantasy points. I mean, and then he's going to have a game where he scores where he goes 6 for 27. And the supporting cast is really bad in Indianapolis. I mean, their offensive line is a big problem. Their receivers stink.
They have 3 active wide receivers on the roster right now.
They just signed McKenzie, so now they have 4.
Got him back.
But that's still who the hell carries 4 wide receivers, in this day and age?
The Giants carry like 5 slot receivers.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Okay, we're coming back around. We have 2 tight ends, so we don't need to look there. We've got 5 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 QB and Dak, 3 picks away. Usually a part of the draft where I kind of like the running backs. Let's see. We have 1 more pick before us. Top of the board for running backs is Samaje Perine available.
Keep it on all players. I agree with Hess's more. I agree. Keep it on all players, please. Sorry, I'm not trying to not. Someone said I'm not humble. I'm not trying to be like not humble, but like this is a fucking pressure cooker, dude. Like, I mean,
what do you think about Samaje Perine?
We have a 30-second clock. Okay, a 30-second clock. Jesus, what?
We're gonna take Samaje Perine with this pick. We grabbed Samaje Perine.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Love it. Position of need. Good value at that spot in the draft. 1, 3, 5, 2 coming back around. I'm going back to all so you can see these are based off ETR ranks. Who are the best players available right now? We've got about 4 picks before it comes back to us. Van Jefferson off the board there. People are already moving him up because of the Cooper Kupp potential injury. We could go Jared Goff if you wanted to as our second QB to pair with Dak.
Yeah. Can we check on buys? What's the Cowboys buy?
Cowboys are 7 and
all right.
Lions are 9, so we're good there. Right.
I think that Goff will be pretty good actually in week 1 on Thursday night. I mean that game like by far in week 1 has the biggest total.
54.5 is last I saw. All right, we're on the board. Goff is topping our queue.
I like the over too.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Goff is pretty solid. I love their OC. I think their OC is going to be a head coach. I'm actually surprised their OC isn't already a head coach. I think that he'll be a head coach in 2024.
So we got an extra round of value on Jared Goff, which I like as well. We've got the stack with Amon-Ra. And I think we can still grab Brock Purdy later and make this a 3 QB build because DraftKings is 20 rounds. So I usually actually lean towards going 3 QBs unless I have an elite top 4 guy.
Okay. I dig it.
Yeah. PL right there asking, is this a 3 QB team? I think most likely. All right. Any other wonkiness going on in this draft? Nothing too crazy here. Zeke just goes at 12-4. Do you think Zeke is going to have a legitimate role in New England, or what's that going to? What
I think he might fall into the end zone 7 times.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he could be, a little annoying for Ramondre, but I mean, I don't want him on my fucking fantasy team. I mean, let's be real.
They have one of the hardest schedules this year. Their division goes against one of the, some of the toughest defenses. So I just think it's going to be a tough year for New England. And then for a guy who's, as you say, his value is really in the touchdowns, just not going to have that many of them.
Yep.
Rashee Rice just goes right here. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. All right. So Perine is our RB3, correct?
Correct. Yes. Behind
that's pretty weak.
Etienne and Madison. I agree. We'll probably want to make this at least another 3 running backs. Maybe the next 2 picks we grab. Ooh, Brock Purdy goes 12-10.
I mean, what?
Yeah, to the guy that grabbed Mahomes.
Well, I mean, the Mahomes Kelsey stack is sick, but he did take Kelsey 3rd overall.
Right.
I mean, he forced the shit out of that.
And then has
I don't know.
49ers.
This looks okay. It's okay.
Yeah, just that pick just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. His wide receivers are light, but Drake is wide receiver.
His wide receivers are real light.
Yeah, for a PPR.
Zay Jones, get the fuck out of here. Zay Jones.
I think he just wanted to make sure that the pick, the guy right next to him with Ridley and Kirk didn't also get Zay Jones. So good defense, TDs and beer. You can't win without good defense. Juwan Johnson has been getting a ton of buzz because of the Derek Carr reports. Derek Carr tells his brother That's the tight end.
The baller.
Are we worried about Jimmy Graham, about Foster Moreau, about Taysom Hill?
No.
And then he took Dawson Knox 13-3. Okay. TDs and beer has too much beer and is not going to get enough TDs if you're drafting like that. Welcome to Best for Ball Draft Boardroom at night. This is great. All right, Derek Carr's going there. So, quick refresher. We'll go back on our team. I do think we're coming. I think our team's pretty solid. We have those great wide receivers.
I like it.
Brown, Samuel, Cooks, and Bateman. I agree with you. Running backs are our weakest point. We've got Etienne, Madison, and Pirine. We'll definitely strengthen those. Dak and Goff is a pretty solid combo, and we can still get a late third tight end. And then Kittle and Freiermuth is a strong tight end.
Michael Salfino is calling me right now.
You decide what you would like to do with that.
I'm just gonna text him. I can't talk right now.
we can figure out some speakerphone. I mean, if he's got some, if he's looking to drop some info.
Drop some what?
We are on the clock right now. Darnell Mooney, Jaden Reed, Damian Harris. We need running backs. What do you think about Damian Harris? He's the clearly best running back available. I'm going to take him while you.
Oh God.
It's so much worse after that.
It's gross.
I know.
It's horrible.
But literally the best one after that is like Singletary or Ty Chandler.
So bad. Goodness, dude.
These boomers on here are drafting all of our running backs. We did. We had to. We had to.
Okay.
We needed running backs.
Are we going to force another RB here?
I think we can probably wait now because they're all so bad. And let's shore up our wide receiver room with someone we actually like and just go more depth with running backs later. Talk to me about Jaden Reed. I love Jaden Reed.
I kind of do too.
More than Mingo? Yeah. Or Gallup. What about Gallup for our stack? I'm good with any of those guys.
I like Mingo the best, I think.
Okay. I'm good with that. It's a bring back to the ETN, Carolina, Jacksonville. I like all those guys. We'll go with Jonathan Mingo.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not terrible. And we're doing 3 QBs, so I guess that would put Bryce Young and on our in our crosshairs a little bit.
Yep. Don't draw that much of him, but he's very cheap.
Yeah, right. I don't draft him either, but we could get him I don't know how many rounds is this? 20?
36.
What?
No, 20. Sorry.
Jesus, Herzig. What in the fuck, dude? Herzig. I mean, dude, you can't do that.
I don't even do these FFPC. Aren't the FFPCs 30 some rounds? It's insane.
No. It's it's 20, isn't it? 20?
I don't know. Chat. What site has 34 rounds or something? There's something that I just literally can't touch. But yeah, looking at our team, every other pass catcher, their QB has already been taken, which is a good thing. We draft, people on good teams, other than Mingo. So either Mingo or if we build out a late stack. And Puka, gosh, people are scared of Cooper Kupp to the point that Puka went 14th round.
Did the other Rams actual starting receiver go yet?
Van Jefferson went really early.
Okay.
Unless you were making a 2-2 joke.
No.
Jefferson went in the 11th round. Yeah.
That's fair.
That's probably not bad. Not bad with the Cooper Kupp news. And then Higbee went the next pick over. So when they went back to back. Yeah.
All right. Prescott and Goff. I think we definitely need a QB3.
Okay. You want me to show you the QBs available just to get a feel?
I guess.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. See, they're 1, 2. Well, there's only one one guy that I'm really interested in. Wait,
Bryce Young must have already went.
yeah, did he go? Jeez.
Bryce Young goes 14.
Oh wow, dang.
Sure. Because the person grabbed Thielen, so they had to get Bryce. We'll keep an eye on these. Okay, Sam Howell just went.
Oh God.
That was unlikely to fall to us. If I'm thinking about who's available for late stacks, you could go Jimmy and Hunter Renfro. You could go no one really with Tannehill. Mac Jones and Devontae Parker or Hunter Henry. CJ Stroud and someone. I know you like Tank Dell. Baker and Kate Otten.
Rough. It is rough. I'm actually starting to think that we need to pull a trigger on a quarterback here because this is getting real bad.
Okay.
Real bad.
We are next pick.
We could theoretically wait till because there's like 4 workable guys. We could wait till the next round, I think.
The other guys already have some strong ones too. So let's see if there's another player you like on the board. So DJ Chark.
There is a guy I like.
Go for it. We are on the clock. Tell me who it is.
It's Curtis Samuel.
Okay, awesome. I like it too.
Yep. Okay.
Drafting Curtis Samuel. The 2 guys that are going now, Jalen Hurts and Rodgers. I don't think he takes a third QB. Kenny Pickett and Justin Fields. I don't think he takes a third QB.
Okay. I think are we done at wide receiver now?
I think that gives us 7. We could either be done or grab one more, depending on how the draft goes.
Agree. Yeah. And I think we have to go quarterback here now.
Yep. And assuming I'm just going to give it a little, 5 seconds. Okay. What about Jimmy Garoppolo? And it gives us back stacks of Hunter Renfro and Michael Mayer.
Who are the other quarterbacks available?
Ryan Tannehill, Mac Jones, CJ Stroud, Desmond Ridder, Baker Mayfield. 15 seconds.
I feel like Mac Jones has the best job security. This backup for the Raiders has been really good. I don't know. Just take a guy.
Okay. We're going to go Jimmy. We're going Jimmy because you know what? Fine. If we end up with a Michael Mayer team from a Notre Dame guy like Evan Silva, I think that's going to be just fine. By the way, how you liking Sam Hartman?
Dude, Heisman. You get those bets in yet? 16-1.
I'm down in Florida. I can't do anything, but I got to watch him for the last 4 years as a weight guy. So
for sure.
It's been fun. And now he's just wearing his rib around his neck. So
he's like 37 years old, but we'll take
37. It. He's 24. He had a COVID year plus a normal redshirt year because Wake Forest redshirts everyone because we can only recruit 3 stars.
Yeah. He's good, man. I think he's he'll be like a 4th round pick in the NFL.
I think he'll be. Yeah, I think he's gonna. Right now we have another Wake Forest ex-QB who's kind of hopping around. I wouldn't be surprised if kind of Sam Hartman finds a place as like just a perennial backup QB.
Yeah, but like a quality backup, I think.
Yeah. He is 24, as you said. Like he's old. Yeah.
Right.
He's got that man beard too.
Yep, definitely.
All right. After we grab Jimmy, a run on QBs went, probably because they're listening to our chat. CJ Stroud, Ryan Tannehill, Mac Jones go, Kendra Miller, even though he has the hamstring injury, goes, Gus Edwards. We definitely need, so we have 4 rounds left, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're done at QB. We could be done at wide receiver. I do like maybe taking a Michael Mayer for a 3rd tight end.
Yeah, you keep saying his name, and wait, no, he already went. He went.
Oh my gosh, he did.
I know.
I'm just shocked that he goes that early. Well, never mind.
I know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Right. There's some decent tight end 3s left.
Oh, there. Yeah. I'll show you. You have a while, but
I think that with the Kittle injury, we definitely need a tight end 3.
I agree. And again,
Absolutely.
This is from a strategy wise with these 20 rounds drafts, you can get legitimate tight ends this late that it usually makes sense to go with a 3 QB, 3 tight end strategy for these structures and load up early on the other positions.
Freiermuth also it has a lot of concussions.
Okay.
So I think I think it's time to take a third tight end. Shit, I shouldn't say that. Well,
That's
we're
okay.
coming up. We're coming up.
We have 5 picks. I
Okay.
think for the most part, like we're probably going to go with a 3-7-7-3 build, and we need a lot more running backs too. This can be a tight end, but I'm going to show you the running backs as well.
Okay, let's look at them.
Josh Kelly, Jerome Ford, Deonta Foreman,
Yeah,
Leonard Fournette, Chris Evans, Pierre Strong. It's kind of ugly. Like maybe we grab a running back
is.
first if there's someone you like, and then we could grab a tight
Yeah,
end.
it's getting real bad. Well, let's see who these guys take.
Okay. Because, yeah, we still have only 4 running backs. We have Etienne, Madison, Samaje Perine, and Damian Harris. I think we want to go like 7 running backs.
You want to go down the running backs just a little bit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, show me some more.
Oh, shoot. So under that, Deion Jackson, Keontae Ingram, it then gets really ugly. Latavius, Chase Brown, Chris Rodriguez, Zach Moss.
All right. Can you just go down a little bit more?
Yeah.
Oh, we're on the clock. No.
Yes,
all right, we need to take someone.
I love Kelly.
I would be fine with Kelly.
Okay.
I actually that's a good pick here.
Awesome. I love it. I'm a big fan of Josh Kelly. I think that he may actually have a role with this Kellen Moore offense, like if they don't want to use Eckler all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then also if Eckler goes down, Kelly has shown like an ability to be a kind of workhorse in that backfield, both pass catching and rushing. So I like that one.
Okay. Let's look at the tight ends again.
Yes. Hayden Hurst, Trey McBride, Noah Fant, our boy Mike Gesicki, Cade Otton, Isaiah Likely, Zach Ertz, and then it kind of dies off.
Mm-hmm. I think we need to get a tight end 3 here.
Okay. One more pick, and then we are on the board. I think one jumps out to me above.
I see two guys I think jump out to me. Yeah.
You can say it. There's 10 seconds. The delay is enough that they won't be able to hear.
It would be Hurst or I like Cade Otton.
Okay.
But I would, I guess, I think I would.
Cade Otton's already been drafted.
No, he
hasn't. No, he hasn't. You're right. You're right. All right. Hayden Hurst is available.
I think I would probably go Hayden Hurst.
Okay. I agree. It also gives us more of that Carolina Jacksonville game stack that we've been working with.
Okay.
I do like Cade Otton too. And we just, there is some, most of the reports are looking like Cade Otton is going to be the primary every down back. They even ran like a 12-yard jet sweep or a rushing play with him last game. So it seems like they're trying to manufacture him touches as well. And with Russell Gage out, he might be the third highest receiver on that team. All right, there are 2 more rounds. I think we're just going to go running back for the final 2, unless there's something that really falls into our laps. What are your thoughts on Jerome Ford right now? I've been drafting a decent amount, but then obviously they trade for Pierre Strong. What do you think is the division between those 2 roles?
The stock answer is just that like Nick Chubb is going to absolutely destroy. I don't know. Jerome Ford has 8 NFL touches. Like, I don't know what and he's been hurt all camp. So
yeah, that's true.
The answer is like, I have no idea.
There was there was an interesting.
It did seem like they really liked him before he went down. And Pierre Strong is like, he was a special teamer for the Patriots last year. So,
and couldn't make it above the New England backfield. Yeah.
Right.
There was an interesting stat that showed quarterbacks and how many of their snaps in the preseason were in an empty backfield. And I think it was like the second highest was something around like 17%. And then Deshaun Watson's was something like 40%. Not 100% sure what to make of that, but it could indicate that maybe Chubb isn't actually used in that much of a pass catching role if they actually go with a bit more empty backfield. Not expecting him to get moved out wide for those empty backfield.
Mm-hmm.
It was enough of an outlier that it caught my eye, even though, it's preseason. Look who just got drafted. Kyle Juszczyk gets drafted. Wow. You do not see a fullback getting drafted in best ball that often.
One thing that I'm very proud of myself is that I have mastered spelling Kyle Juszczyk.
That's a
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I was worried about it. I remember him coming into the league and I was like, oh God, I'm gonna have to like learn how to spell this dude's name. I got it down. Like I have it.
What about Chig?
Wait, Chig hasn't gone yet?
No, spelling.
Oh, no, that's actually an easy one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd get that one.
The one I really struggle with is the Lions offensive lineman, uh, Vaitai. His first name is just an absolute nightmare.
I still struggle with the city of Cincinnati. I always get the N's and the T's mixed up. All right, one more pick, then we are back on the clock. As we mentioned, we're really needing those running backs. I'm just going to go straight to the running backs. Leonard Fournette, Pierre Strong, Keontae Ingram. I do like Keontae. Latavius Murray, Chris Rodriguez, Zach Moss, Matt Breida, Raheem Blackshear. We have 15 seconds. I'm going to put Keontae in the queue.
I actually like Fournette.
Okay, we can do Fournette.
Although I am worried, like, has this dude like quietly retired? I mean, he did work out for the Patriots.
Yep, he did, and that actually concerns me that he's just out of shape, and we have Fat Lenny that can't get on the team.
Right.
But
well, Zeke is fat, and he got signed.
Very true for that exact same team. So maybe that's even worse for Leonard Fournette. Keontae Ingram. Any of these names? What up, Matt Breida? Travion Williams. We're back in the clock.
No.
Pierre Strong.
I mean, I don't know. The Bills beat writer thinks that Latavius has like a role, but I mean, we already took Damien. I don't know, man. I mean, shit.
All right, I'm going to go with Latavius. We're making a bet that James Cook unfortunately gets hurt, and Damien and Latavius are just going to be the values.
Okay.
There it is. You got to get kind of ugly when you get down to the 20th round, but we needed some running backs. We just got strong wide receivers, strong tight end, pretty good QB. Just needed those running back depth, but 3-7, 7-3 build. How do you feel, Evan? I think this went pretty well.
I think it was fine. I think it was I'm looking. I mean, our wide receivers are sick. I think our tight ends are sick. Our running backs, like, we just need our guys to stay healthy. We need Etienne, Madison, and Pirine to stay healthy because these other and we need like Eckler to miss time. We need to catch breaks. That's how it goes.
We need our running backs to just like at least like don't crush us. Just kind of stay about average, maybe a little below the pack, and hope that the rest of our positions kind of carry us forward. But even better than this draft, I think this stream was. I'd give it an A+.
Okay.
Evan,
it was definitely better than me, Leone, and Levitan's stream.
So. I don't know what you're talking about. Corporate says we are not allowed to speak of that one.
All right.
Thank you for joining me. This was fantastic. Really appreciate it. And I know chat, give me some love. Give Evan some hearts. We appreciate him coming on and joining us at 8 o'clock this evening. That's Eastern time, obviously 7 Central for Evan. But everyone else, appreciate you. We are 1 week remaining until the season starts. Don't let up now. Don't take your pedal off the gas. We have drafts to be doing. If you're on, depending on your site, they are starting to slow drafts are getting fast pretty quickly. So be aware. And I will see you all next week.
And take it easy on the brakes too.
Take it easy on the brakes. Otherwise, you are going to need a mechanic man like Evan. All right. See you all later. Bye.